Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make peppermint bark. It's a candy that we all love and you may already know how to make it, and there are several different recipes out there, but I'm going to show you how I make mine. It's so simple, it's so quick, and it's so easy. When I was growing up, we didn't know what peppermint bark was. We did know what peppermint candy was, peppermint sticks, and we always got one of these for Christmas, and we were very proud and excited about it. But as our grandchildren were growing up, Carol would give Taylor Kate and Jamie Claire little Christmas parties, and we always served peppermint bark, and the children just loved it. And it's a candy that the whole family will love too. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about my recipes. Some of you have asked where is it written, where can they find it? Well, as I explained to one of my viewers, my page is new and it takes a while to get there. So what I'm going to do, and what I've done in my previous videos, until I can get them typed for you, or until I can even get a cookbook made, I'm just going to tell you the ingredients that go in my recipes, in my dishes, at the beginning of my video, and then I'm going to bring you in closer and I'm going to show you how I make it, and I'll repeat the ingredients so that you can write it down. So today, when I'm making the peppermint bark, what I'm going to be using is a pound of white chocolate. This is called melting chocolate, and this is a pound, and I found it at a little home kitchen store in Cairo. Actually, I did at Miss Mert's, and it's delicious, and you can find melting chocolate in your grocery stores, or a lot of other places carry it as well. But I'm using a pound of white melting chocolate. And then I'm going to be using candy canes. These are peppermint candy canes. They're about 6 inches long, and I have a dozen of these that I'm going to be using in the recipe. And then I'm going to be using peppermint oil. Now this comes in peppermint extract, like your vanilla extract, or it comes in oil, and the oil is much stronger. So if you were using a teaspoon of peppermint extract, then you would want to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint oil. But today, in this candy that I'm making with this pound of melting chocolate, I'm just going to be using 1/8 of a teaspoon of the oil in it, because I'm using a good bit of the candy and I like that. So I'm going to bring you in closer and I'll show you exactly how I make it. I've opened our chocolate and I've poured it in a bowl that I can place in the microwave, and I'm going to start it melting. I'm going to let it melt for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to check it, and I'm going to continue checking it every 30 seconds, stirring at the bottom, making sure everything is turned until it's all melted. And it won't take but 2 or 3 minutes to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in the microwave. While that's beginning to melt, I place the peppermint sticks in a plastic bag, and I have a rolling pin here, and I'm just going to kind of beat these and start cracking them up. I know this is noisy, but hang with me. Okay, I'm going to check our candy. Okay, see, it's not melted yet, but I'm going to put it in for 30 more seconds, and I'll continue doing that until the candy is melted. And I'm just going to continue working on this. Actually, I think I'm going to take it off of this little board. I think it might do better. Beating it, chopping it up. Oops, I'm messing up here. Let me check it. I want you to see it as it begins. See, it's beginning to melt. So you just want to continue doing that every 30 seconds until it's all melted. So I'm going to finish melting, and I'm going to finish cracking and mixing this candy up, and then I'll be back and we'll put it together. Okay, our chocolate is melted. Our white chocolate is melted. That is, oh, it's going to be good. This is soft or semi-soft candy. It's not really hard. Now you're going to have some crunch because of the peppermint candy that's in it. So I'm just adding 1/8 of a teaspoon of peppermint oil. I'm going to stir that around really well. And then I finally got this peppermint crushed. I was struggling with that one. So now I'm just going to add the crushed peppermint to the white melted chocolate. This is going to be so good. And like I said, there are so many different ways to make this, but this is how I make mine, and it's so quick and it's so simple and it's so delicious. Now, I have prepared a cookie sheet with some parchment paper, and I'm just going to pour this on the parchment paper, and I'm going to spread it out. Just like that. I'm going to get in a little spreader here. And I'm going to have to hold this parchment paper because it's going to want to slide. I'm just going to spread it. I hope you can see it. And once I get it spread, then I'm going to, you can do one of two things. You can put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes and it will get hard, and then you can break it up and put it in an airtight container. But if you want it to just harden on your counter, you can just leave it out. If it's cool enough in your house to melt it, then you can do that as well. Doesn't have to be shaped or spread in any particular manner. Doesn't have to be round or square. You just spread it out like that. So there we go. Now I'm going to let this harden, and I think I will put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll break it up and we'll sample it, and I'll see you then. Okay, our peppermint bark is ready. It's firm. You can see it's just in a whole piece like this. And we're just going to break it up into small pieces, and we're going to place it on this beautiful red dish that I've got here. And there's no rhyme or reason to the way that it's broken. It can just be any shape, doesn't matter. Big pieces, small pieces, medium-sized pieces. And it's going to be so, so delicious. I wanted to tell you also that you can freeze this peppermint bark, but if you freeze it, you need to wrap it really well. Wrap it to begin with waxed paper, and then wrap it maybe in saran wrap, and then put it, or foil, either one, and put it in an airtight container. And it'll keep for a while. Several weeks, probably even 2 or 3 months in the freezer. But I would, if I'm not going to freeze it, I would put it in an airtight container so that moisture doesn't get to it. I don't put it in the refrigerator because the moisture will collect and it'll ruin your candy. So just put it in an airtight container. And see, this didn't look like it was going to make very much, but it's going to fill up this platter, this little red platter that I've got here, and I just love it. I've had it for several years. So I'm just going to finish breaking this, and I hope that you will try this. I think your family will love it. It's also good to serve when you have guests over during the holidays. And I'm going to taste this. Can't throw any of it away. So here we go. Here's our peppermint bark. Whoops. I'm about to slide it off here. I hope you will try some. I hope you like it. And I hope you'll share this video so that a lot of people can learn how to make peppermint bark like Joyce makes it. I'll see you again really soon.